I met him in Cleveland. Cleveland's in Ohio, I think. He was doing nightclubs back then. I don't know if you ever seen any of some of the footage from his nightclub days, but he played with a full orchestra. Nightclub gigs, you know, piano bars and all that kind of stuff. Did a lot of the old 50s standards and stuff with full horn section and everything. And I remember seeing him there and just being amazed at the way he handled the mic stand like it was an instrument. He just had complete control of it. And he'd stand in front of the mic stand and put his hands together like this. And the women, of course, well, you know, the women, of course, were going crazy because Rory's like, in those nightclub days especially, he was slimmer then, you know. And those were wild days. I was lucky enough to kind of catch him at the end of his nightclub days.
From when you first saw him, how did you eventually then become to be a part of the Filets of Soul?
Oh well, I had a friend of mine that managed this bar. I had him introduce me to Rory, and I remember seeing him backstage for the first time. You know, he's in his dressing room. He's covered with sweat. And had his shirt like unbuttoned down to the navel. I don't know if you've ever seen Rory without a shirt, but it's terrifying. And I remember going in there, and he was actually standing in front of his mirror, kind of mussing with his hair or something. And I put my hand out and I said, you know, that was a great set. And I really dug it a lot. And he looked at me and he reared his head back, and he made the most incredible belching sound I've ever heard in my entire life. And that was how we met.
So from there you became friends, and then he eventually, I assume, invited you to join his band?
Yeah. He met Nick, I think, pretty much the same way during those nightclub days. Although I don't think it was in Cleveland for Nick. But
Portland, perhaps?
I think it was Portland. Somehow that word Portland comes to mind. Portland or Portland. I'm not sure.
Well, you haven't heard the story while I'm going back to Chicago, have you? Well, there was this 14-year-old I knew. Take my advice, boys. Goodness sake. 15, 16, 17, that's jailbait. Now you swear you're in love. Thank you. That stars above. That she's looking awful good. Just like a young girl should. You know it. Now I'm trying to tell you no. But let that young girl go. But you know it all. Have yourself a ball. And now it is too late. As you look from cell number 8, I tried to tell you, mates. 17 and a half is still jailbait. the trial of the jailbaits. And this you watch and see. Well, that young girl will go free. And you'll get 1 to 3. Out the door she walks. And to another man she talks. And before you can count, from 1 to 8, another man in for jailbait.
The Rory story will return after these commercial messages.
Hi, I'm friend of George, your neighborhood used car salesman. Got a beauty right here. Solid. Solid. You couldn't ask for anything more solid. Look at this. That'll come right off right there. Look at that right up. 1967 Impala. With your own wagon, of course. This is a beautiful 1967 Impala. You wanted a car, this is a car. Got lots of power. Of course, don't have power windows, but this is our main attraction. Got to watch out for the bees, though. Watch out for the bees. You know, sometimes you feel like your car is going about empty. Well, hell, you can move the dial yourself. Look at there. Always got a full tank. You want a car with adjustable steering wheel? Look at that. Hell, you could drive from the passenger side. Look at that. Don't have to worry about a thing. You've got your own tools. And here's something every car should come with. No bees. Extra parts. Look at there. Extra parts. And you won't come closer, I'll show you something else. I'll have that fixed. Piece of shit. Look there. Never have to worry about changing your tire again. Never. You can work on your engine, no problem. No problem at all. Get right to your engine that way. Never did use that too much though. Oil, you got it. Windshield wipers, don't have them, but you can buy them anywhere. And you come in now, we'll give you this bathroom lock. Sergeant lock, don't have the keys to them though. If you get locked out, have to get a hold of sergeant. And special deal for the person who buys this here 1967 Chevy, I got yourself a colored TV set. Throw in free. And a digital clock. Put on your dash. So, remember, that's friendly George down here at Interstate I-75. You can find it. Can't miss it. It's right on the side of the road. Friendly George.